We are here today because our once quiet communities of years ago are now being inundated on a regular basis by low-flying aircraft on their way to landing at Kennedy Airport. Aircraft which are so noisy that our quality of life is being significantly adversely affected in northern Nassau County. Today, Congressman Swazi would like to outline the issue, speak to us about what was discussed at the meeting, and where we go from here. I want to start by thanking Brian Fitzpatrick for being here. He and I are both co-chairs, or vice chairs I should say, of a group called the Problem Solvers Caucus. 20 Democrats and 20 Republicans trying to actually work together to solve problems.
We're going to come up with what everybody wants to see, which are bipartisan, common sense solutions to solve problems. And this issue is a very significant one. It's not only a quality of life issue, it's a environmental issue, it's a public health issue.
The problem first got worse because of new technology, which actually makes the skies safer, makes transportation more efficient, when they created a thing called Next Gen, where planes used to come in, in this flight pattern along this V like this, and Next Gen, because using technology and GPS, they narrowed the flight to like this. The people that are caught in this narrow path are getting a lot more traffic going over the top of their houses. Then the problem was exacerbated more recently because of construction, and the good news is that it's a temporary thing. The bad news is it's awful, is there's construction going on at JFK that has reduced the number of runways. Now there's a narrower set of choices for the planes to take, routes to take, for the traffic controllers to direct them to go over, and as a result, it's doubling the amount of planes over at JFK. This is the flight pattern. April of 2018. Now let's look at April of 2019. Okay? That's because they closed down the 2 runways. So what's going to happen? Number 1, the planes now, when they are west of Deer Park, must be at 4,000 feet. That's very good news because before they were coming in at 2,000 or 3,000 feet. The second thing, this is a very, very big thing. The 2 runways that are being used are 22 right and 22 left. Most of the traffic goes on 22 right, Justin?
22 left.
Most of the traffic goes on 22 left.
Correct.
And a small percentage goes on 22 right. The 22 right, when it's not being used, which is pretty often, and we're going to try and make it more often, they're going to try and make it more often, the flights must be 3,000 feet when you're more than 15 miles away from the airport. Number 3 is that this is going to happen 24 hours a day. These 3 things, starting on June 24th, should have a significant improvement in the quality of life related to this noise. 1, that they've got to be over 4,000 feet when west of Deer Park. 2, they've got to be over 3,000 feet when 22 right is not being utilized. And 3, that it's 24 hours a day. I believe this is good news, Mayor.
No question.
And I think it's going to make our lives a little bit better.
Will we be able to report at some future date what the effect is of these changes on the noise levels in the community?
As I mentioned, we have that noise monitor. So subsequent to June 24th, the decibel levels should go down. So we should be able to compare decibel levels after June 24th to the decibel levels previous to that.
So let's see what happens over the next month, and hopefully we'll get some positive results. And this is not going to go. It's not end. We're not finished. We'll continue to work on this issue, and we'll continue to try and get more solutions.
Thank you very much. Let's give a great hand.